So in the previous episode of A Touch of Evil, I had requested that people write up a background for Sophie the Midwife because it was discovered that she was a war criminal. And I was wondering, how is it that a midwife would be a war criminal in the Revolutionary War? So I'm going to take these things that we uncover as rumors and myths about her and her background that she hasn't told anybody, but perhaps are true. And I'm going to read the first one of those now. Sophie's brother was killed during the war while she was tending to wounded soldiers as a nurse. Some wounded enemy soldiers were brought into the medical camp. Her grief for the loss of her brother drove her towards vengeance, and Sophie surreptitiously poisoned the captive troops. That's how she became a war criminal and fled the war afterwards in order to survive, where she has landed now in the town of Shadowbrook. As I get more of these, I will read them out to you, and we can decide at the end of the series which one befits Sophie as the truth. So I hope you enjoy this little clip. Take care, and let's continue on with our playthrough. Hey everybody, it's Doug here. Welcome back to the table. Welcome back to the game of A Touch of Evil. We're on episode number 5 at this point, and we are deep in it, playing against the epic villain, the Spectral Horseman, which came in the 10th anniversary edition, and hopefully is a trend for some new material for A Touch of Evil, because I'm really digging the depth that they went into with this epic villain. It makes them more interesting. They have special encounters, special objectives, and new things that they do. It does make them tougher, though. So, for instance, you see we're putting up barricades around town. That's actually part of one of the special objectives, is to fortify the town. And God knows we need to do it, because the Spectral Horseman's been active, killing people left and right. Not only has he killed, I think, 4 townsmen now, as you can see by the investigation on the board, because when murder happens, when the villain murders people, investigation goes out on the board. We also lost the Lady Handbrook, who is one of the co-rulers and on the city council for the town of Shadowbrook. She is dead, and that is unfortunate. So, luckily, she's just dead. She didn't turn evil. She was killed by the horseman, and that has been unfortunate. However, we do have some allies. We have the Reverend Harding, who we can pick up as an ally for some investigation and carry him around with us to do some cool stuff. And we also found out about Sophie the Midwife. Now, I won't get to her story on this episode because I'm filming them too close together. But in the last episode, and in this one, since we may have a little time to do that, I would like to know her story. Turns out she had a dirty little secret. She was a war criminal. Now remember, this is after the Revolutionary War, so America is still young. This isn't the Civil War. But what's her story? I'd really want to know. Why did a midwife, Sophie the Midwife, have a war criminal past? We got to figure that out. Anyway, I'm hoping you'll tell me. I left it up to y'all, so let's figure that out together. And we're going to get started right away. I got to remember this. So I have to actually bump I forgot about this in the last episode. I'm going to remember it now. Whenever the Spectral Horseman kills a town elder, move the shadow track 1 extra step. Well, I don't recall if he killed the town elder. The town elder died. I don't know if it was at his hand. In fact, I could go look. I think I'm going to go look and see what it was that killed the town elder. I think it struck again. Oh, the villain attacks the town elder. So yeah. So we are going to actually have to move this down to 15 now. So we're getting a little hurt there, but remember, this was from an epic villain encounter. We got these hell gloves, so it made the Spectral Horseman a little tougher. He's got some magic, powerful, arcane spectral gloves that help him murder people. Not awesome, or actually reduce the shadow track, which means he gets more powerful. Now, luckily, we haven't had too much trouble with that yet, though he is going to be pretty tough to kill. However, one of the good things about the shadow track going down is that the cost of finding his lair becomes less. As he becomes more powerful and more prominent, it's easier to locate him. So hopefully we get to do that soon. I used to think that there was maybe it's when he gets down here. I got to look at that on the shadow track. Remember, we're at 15. Oh, there we go. That'll help better. Okay, let's do this. This is the cooperative game. Oh, and we're not at 15. We're going to be at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to be right here at 16 because there's 1 extra, isn't there? Is there 1 extra on the track? No, sorry. We're still at 15. So yeah, I'm sorry. There's 2 sides to this track. This is the cooperative track, which means he's going to get +2 health. I thought I was missing that. Anyway, so he's going to get +2 to his health as he goes, because he becomes more powerful as this goes down. So, yeah. All right, but let's get started with our turns. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the first player token. We're going to move it back to Katarina. Katarina's kind of hurt. I think we're going to have to heal her up, but I also want to buy items with her and build barricades. Though, I mean, she has no items at all. Inspector Cook has all the items. Kind of crazy. But if we don't heal her up, I mean, I could just spend 3 and heal. But let's see what we roll, because that will really determine what she can do. All right, let's roll the dice here and see. Here is Katarina. She is currently at the church, where she was being quite pious. So she can only move 2. She really can't get very far. So I think what we're going to do then, since she... Do I move to the doctor's office and heal her? I think we're going to do that, because we can still get an event card. We can still barricade the place up. So she's just going to move right here, not helping her with her stuff. But we get to draw an event card, and then we have these 2 things. Now, cure is for curing a curse. We don't have to worry about that. But heal, we can heal 1 wound for investigation. She's got 2 wounds. But anyway, the first thing we do is draw an event card there. So I'll just cut it once, draw it a bit. Other, stick it. Okay, wait. Okay. Strength of Courage. Play immediately. Play this card in any hero. +1 honor. Do I give that to Isabella's got the low honor? Do I give that to Isabella? Do I give it to Inspector Cook and give an honor of 5? That'd be 5, 5, 5 across the first 3 players. No, I think we're going to give it to Isabella. We're going to play this immediately on Isabella. And why is that good? Because that way she has a little more honor to deal with things and gain bonuses and stuff. So we're going to take this token. We're going to place it on her. Now, she definitely has to get healthy. She is not in good shape. We might have to actually, I might spend some of her stuff to do that. She can always sacrifice the late Lucy Handbrook. She hasn't, but Lucy Handbrook gives her an extra wound and an extra combat, so I don't want to do that. Anyway, we're not on her turn. We're on the Outlaw's turn. That would be Katarina, and she is still at the doctor's office, so she is going to pay 2 of her investigation that she has. She has quite a bit. She has 7 left after this. Boom, 2 to gain her wounds back, so she is now completely healthy. And then she's going to build a barricade there, which requires cunning. Now, her cunning is only 3, and she doesn't have any bonuses, but it's worth a shot. Since she is stuck there anyway, she needs to roll a 5. So she did. She rolled a 6. That's good. So we now also have a barricade at the doctor's office. That is great. I'm going to put over the building art so I can read this text if I need to. But anyway, that is going to be the end of her action. There's really nothing else she can do there. Now, the only thing she has been able to do is beef up her spirit. She's got a spirit of 4, which is helpful, because the only one that really isn't going to be of great use against the horseman is Inspector Cook in a fight with the horseman, because his spirit's only 1. That gives the epic spectral horseman some benefits. But anyway, that is going to be the end of Katarina's turn. Now we're going on to Inspector Cook. He is at the blacksmith. He too has a wound, but I'm not too worked up about that. He's got a lot of stuff on him. He does get +1 to his movement. Let's see what he does. We've got 3 barricades out, guys. We only need 2 more to barricade up the town, but then that's not all we have to do, unfortunately. We also have to fortify the town militia, because it says at the start of the turn, in which every town space in the town is fortified, has a barricade and a militia. We get to move the shadow track back, so we definitely want to make that happen. But let's see what Inspector Cook does. Maybe he'll drop a militia. No, he doesn't have enough investigation now. We'll see what he does. Oh, he rolled a 1. Oops, holding the ball. He rolled a 1, so that means he does get an investigation. Sorry, not an event card for rolling a 1. So he's probably going to get 2 event cards this turn. That's cool. What does he get? Strength of Spirit. Play immediately. Wow, these... you know what? I didn't cut it, but it doesn't matter. Strength to play immediately. Well, I think we're going to give that to Carl. That will put Carl at a 4. Right now he's at a 3. I think that would be better. If I could get Inspector Cook to a 3, that's probably good too, I guess. I don't know. Thinking about it. Well, I think what we're going to do, I think I'm going to give it to Inspector Cook. Because a 3 is where the real break point is with the Spectral Horseman. So we are going to give a +1 spirit to Inspector Cook. Now he's got a +1 spirit, +1 cunning, so he's doing exceptionally well. But let's see, we can leave. I don't want to have him linger, so we're going to move him to the magistrate's office. He's already gotten a +1 cunning there. He could do that again, but he doesn't have enough investigation. So all we're going to do there is draw an event card and then build a barricade. So, oh, you know what, though? I forgot. For building a barricade, Katarina got 2 additional investigation. Here's the event cards. Let's see what we get here.
Honorable gesture. Give any hero or town elder +2 honor for the rest of the turn. Okay. Or prevent any number of wounds that another hero is about to gain. Gain 2 investigation for each wound prevented that way. I like that a lot. That is very cool. So, all right. That's interesting. And so he will then, he's got 6 cunning, so he's going to, why does he have 6 cunning? Well, he's a 4 base, right? He has +1 cunning because he did visit the magistrate's office before and get some more cunning. And then also he has the book of town history, which gives him an additional +1 cunning, so that gives him 6. Okay, let's get our dice together here. Here we go. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. 6 dice. What do we get? Well, oh, bad news. He didn't do it. 6 dice and he failed. Well, okay, he failed. Did not build a barricade there. Bad on you, Inspector Cook. You're supposed to be the man. Okay, now we're up to Carl, because that was the end of Inspector Cook's turn, unfortunately. We're up to Carl. He is in the blacksmith's right now. We're going to move him on 2, so he really can't get far either. What are we going to do? We're going to start heading him toward the manor. 1, 2. I want to do that. No, he's just going to move to the town hall. We're going to draw 2 event cards, and we're going to keep one. Then we're going to roll a d6 and see if we draw a mystery card. But then he's going to build a barricade there. He's only got a cunning of 2, but it's worth a shot. He can only move 2, so it's not that helpful. Okay, what does he get? He gets autopsy. Plays an action while in the doctor's office, and only if there's a dead town elder, and gain a d6 investigation. That's a good one. And yeah, these got to get shuffled more. Hold on, there. Okay. Leading questions. Plays an action to gain d3. Well, obviously we're going to take the autopsy. So we got an autopsy card. We can go to the doctor's office where Katerina already is, but she's going to be moving on from there, I think. However, there's some people with wounds, so like Isabella's probably going to go back to the doctor's office. We can play that autopsy thing. Anyway, that Carl moved there, so now we also have to roll a d6. On a 1 or 2, we're going to draw a mystery card. Let's see if we do. We've been really unlucky. No, a 3. Okay, we don't have to draw a mystery card. That's good. That is, unfortunately, the end of Carl's turn. Oh no, we're going to build a barricade. We're going to try to build a barricade. So we're going to roll 2 dice, and he has to get a 5. That's it. His chances are low, but it's worth a shot. Heck, since we're there, right? Might as well. And oh, he did. He rolled a 6. That is awesome. So we got all but 1 barricade built. And we haven't had any of the spectral cannons come out or anything. That has been good because he's just been murdering people. So we haven't had any events come off the Spectral Horseman minion chart. Okay, so there's the barricade in the town hall. That is barricaded up. We have now only 1 more barricade to get up in the town, and we have it barricaded. But then we got to spend enough. You know what? Since Carl doesn't have a lot of stuff, I think we're going to do this too. Why not? Because we can. We can rally the militia as an action. We're going to pay 4. While in town, a hero may rally the militia as an action. Pay 4 in the militia space. Limit 1 space per space. He just gained 2 from building a barricade. I see the synergy there. Do you? And that gives him 4 total. So he's going to do that. And we are going to place. By the way, there are just enough. Someone asked me this. There are 4 militia tokens, which is interesting because they didn't give you quite enough to fill the town space. So anyway, I have others from the other game, but I'm going to have to pull them out or just make note that one of them has it. So we have 1 in the town square there, a militia. That's a good thing in case the horseman comes. It gives us an extra wound while we're there as well. And that puts him back here, and that is going to be truly the end of Carl's turn now. And the only one left we have is Isabella Von Took, who's up in the windmill. Okay, Isabella, let's get a move on. Let's see what we get here. A 4, so she can make it back somewhere. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. She doesn't have she has some decent investigation. I think she's just going to go there. She's going to go to the blacksmith. Now, when she's there, she's going to get to draw an event card and then buy some items. So we'll draw her event. And if she doesn't buy any item, she'll put a militia there. Reassuring speech. Play as an action while in town space to move the shadow track D3 steps away from darkness. Gain 2 for, well, she's going to play that immediately. Why wouldn't we do that? Okay, let's take that on, right? Okay, let's do that. She's going to do that. When she gets there, she gives a speech about her encounters at the manor house and the death of Lady Hambrook. Now we have to rally against this villain who's killing people in the fields and the marsh and the foolish kids wandering around the abandoned keep. And she gets to make a roll. So we're going to roll a D3. D3. Hopefully we roll high. Come on, come on. A 2. That's going to be 1. bummer. Well, so we move the shadow track up 1 to 16. I'll take it. I'm not going to complain. And that gives Isabella 2 investigation because she gets 2 for each step. We only moved 1 step, so that's better than a sharp stick in the eye, I suppose. Okay, she's got more to do there, though. She is gave her some extra buying power, at least, because we're going to look through some town items. See what we get. Okay, what do we get? 1, a pistol. That is helpful to her. It's 5. She can afford that. A torch. We already have one of those in the party. And a padded jacket. That I like. She is not a healthy girl. So, do we have 10? Let's see. We have 5, 6, 7. Oh, we have 9, so we can't get both the padded jacket and the... Or we need 11 to get the pistol. So I think it's going to be the padded jacket, guys. She's going to get the padded jacket. That's going to give her an additional wound, and it will cost her 6 of her investigation. There we go. And that leaves her with 3 investigation left, but she's got the padded jacket and Lucy Handbook. So now she has 4 total wounds she can take, and 3 additional 3 cunning left over, so she can take, or it's not cunning, but investigation, so she can go to the doctor's office and heal that up, or we can heal one of them up right now. Don't think we need to do that. Good job. Good job. Okay, do I want... yeah, I can't do anything else there, so that's going to be it for her, and that's going to be the end of our player actions. Not a bad turn, guys. Not a bad turn. Okay, as we head into our mystery phase, the first thing is first, we're going to put a dread token right here. That's 3 now, so we're very likely to have an encounter of the epic sort. See what happens here. We're going to roll 1 die. We get a 1, so absolutely that's going to happen. So what happens next is we get rid of these. Now this replaces drawing our mystery card. So I'm going to get these epic villain encounters up. But first we're going to roll on our advanced mystery chart and see what happens there. It really doesn't say the order of this, so I'm kind of assuming, because this is what you always do first after you stand up your characters, heal your villain. During the mystery phase, you stand up any characters are KO'd, you heal the villain, you roll in the advanced mystery chart, and then you do an encounter. Now, in the competitive version of this, you would just draw the encounter. So, let's see what we get here. Oh, it's not murder. I'm in state of shock. Wow. Darkness falls. The shadow track immediately moves a D3 step. Closer to darkness. The heroes may collectively take 5 wounds. We're not going to do that. We already have some people hurt. So they see fit to prevent it. No hero may take wounds that would that when they have a health bonus. Okay, I get that. All right, so we are going to roll a D3, a bad D3. This one's going to be a 6, right? A 5, of course. So it moves 3. We are down to 5, 14, 13 now on the shadow track. I roll a 1 when we're trying to move it up, but a 3 when we're trying to move it down. That's the way the dice crumbles. Okay, next up, I'm going to have an epic encounter with the Horseman. What do we get? I don't know any of these. I haven't looked at them. Draw a random location and place a spiked skull marker. I do have those. Wow. Did I get them out? I did. Okay, good. Then place a Barghest Hound minion in every space of the spiked skull that has a spiked skull. In every adjacent space. Okay, so let's do that. We're going to get the layer cards out and see where we're going to place that. Hopefully nothing... At the blacksmith? Really? Are you kidding me? Wow, that is... What do the barricades actually do? Nothing, right? They don't... You can't take them away because they're destroyed by spectral cannons. We're going to have a huge battle on our turns, guys. This is terrible. Alright, anyway, we found this. Woke up in the morning to find this spiked skull at the blacksmith's, and then it says then place a Barghest minion in every adjacent space of that spiked skull. Okay, I'm going to discard that, and then we're going to put those away. We'll put the layer cards up. I'll discard the blacksmith in a minute, but we need some Barghests. Find those here. There we go. So we're going to have 1 in the road right here, 1 in the magistrate's office, and 1 with at the church with Inspector Cook, which means he has to fight it. So that is going to go away. There's no characters in the other spaces with that, so we can go get them and kill them. We're going to do that for sure. But Inspector Cook, however, finds himself in a battle for his life. Now, good news with Inspector Cook is he's got some cool stuff with him. He has are the bar guests ghosts? Let me look at the bar guests here. Let's take a look at that. We haven't looked at this in a bit because we haven't needed to. But here are the bar guests right here, bar guest hounds. I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't know. Anyway, we got some things we can do. So they're going to be 4 fight dice. They have 2 health. He's going to get 4 investigation when he kills it. They chase at the start of each mystery phase, move 2 spaces toward the nearest hero. So it's the end of the mystery phase. We don't have to worry about that. And relentless hunting. When defeated, roll a d6. On a roll of 4 plus, the hero must place the bar guest hound back in play in an empty named space on the board. Yeah, so that's not great. I mean, I'd put him down the crossroads and give us a little reprieve, but we'll see if that happens. So the cool part is that he is a ghost. So we also get the bonus. All vampires, ghosts, and demons enemies attacking you are -1 fight die. Because he's got the holy cross here, this cross that word holy, all vampires, ghosts, and demons. You can see that the bar guests are ghosts, so we get to do that. That means we're going to have this card in play and this card in play, which means we get to do damage to him first. If we can manage to knock him out, I don't think we can. We only have a 2. Well, we have a 2 combat. That's it. Just a 2 combat. He can't. Yep, that's it. Okay, 2 combat against the bar guest, so we're not going to be able to kill it, but we're going to be able to damage it before it damages us back. It says during a fight round, you may roll a fight dice and resolve any hits before the opponent gets to attack back. It's not going to help us in this case really, but who cares? Remember, because of the cross, it only gets a 3. So, Mr. Stuff here, the torch. What does the torch do? Let's see. You may once per fight round, you may force an enemy in your space to re-roll one of its fight dice. After each roll, after each use roll a d6, we roll 1 or 2, it goes away. So we're probably going to get to do that too, because you did only hit once. We of course did not hit at all, but he only hit once. So we're going to use the cross, and that turned into a miss. That's good. And then we're going to see it did not go away. Good. Okay. Next fight round, let's put this back because it doesn't matter. This is still the same case. We can keep doing that, but hopefully we get to wound him. Okay, nothing happened in the second fight round by anybody. This is going to be rough, guys. Nothing happened in the third round of fighting. You know what? Here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do. Carl is going to step in. Play this card. I'll handle this. Play this card at the start of any fight involving another hero, except a showdown. Remove the hero from the fight and move to their space, replacing them in the fight. Gain extra fight dice equal to your honor on the first fight round, where his fight dice are 4. So that we're going to do that. Now he doesn't have the Holy Cross, so that's going to put the Barghest up at 4. Do I want to do that, or do I want to do Katarina? No, she's only at a 2 combat. I think this is the right thing to do here, because that gives him an extra 2 dice, and he gets in the first round. He's going to get plus 5 dice because of the. I'll handle this card. Yep, let's do that. Okay, we're going to do that. Boosh, skadoosh. The cross goes back because that's Inspector Cook's. We are going to move Carl over to the church where he's going to help fight the Barghest. So right now, this is the way it looks. We're going to have to add another die for the Barghest because it's got a 4 fight dice. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 for Carl. We're going to have another 5, but we only got 3 dice. So 3 dice from the game. So we're going to roll this, and then I'll just roll an additional 2 to see what we get. Hopefully he kills the heck out of this thing. Okay, good news. No hits on him at all. And we got 1, 2, 3, and we get to roll 2 more dice. So, oh gosh, we could have killed it, but we don't. We do 3 points to it, so it's still alive. But that was a good move because now it's only 1 away from death. Now we don't have those extra fight dice. We're just going to have 4. It's going to be 4 and 4. And let's see. Hopefully he survives this hit. Now remember, if he gets hit, he always loses the first hit. So that's a good thing. He took 2 hits, and it took 2 hits. So sorry, that was a 6. So we kill it, and we take 1 total additional wound. So I'll just say we killed it. He takes 1 additional wound. And then he gets a 4 investigation for doing that. We're running out of investigation tokens here as well. Okay, so he gets 4. It's okay. He's going to build a militia, I think, this turn. So we'll see. Okay, that paid off. I'm glad we played our event card. I'll handle this to solve that event. Okay, that means that this Barghest, we have to, hold on. Let me read their card again. Okay, yeah, Relentless Hunting. Does he come? He does not come back. We rolled a 2, so that our guest actually is dead. If we rolled Relentless Hunting, he would have appeared somewhere else on the board, but he didn't. That was a pretty crazy mystery phase. Oh, yeah, that was it too. Well, that was good because that was from the card. Okay, so that's going to mark the end of this round and the end of the turn. I think was that long? I don't know. It's hard for me to tell. It seems like it took a little time. So I think we'll end this episode right here. A lot of activity going on. There's beasts on the board. We're going to have to kill them and get to some places and do some things. You know, crazy stuff all the way around. Good news is we got all our barricades but one up. We just need one more barricade up, and then we got to get the militia out onto the board. So, you know, that is interesting. I'm going to look in the box and make sure, because I didn't punch all the tokens. I didn't need to for this. I'm going to make sure there's not another militia token sitting in there, because you'd think that if you need to put 5 out on the board, they would have given you 5 in the anniversary box for this character. I'm going to take a look. Actually did not. So I punched out this big Krampus sack, and if we do need it, we'll have that one as an extra militia token for now. I'm not going to go get out my other boxes of A Touch of Evil for this. The point was just to play from the 10-year anniversary edition and see how that went. So, just so you know, there is one less militia that you need for the board if you gain the Fortify the Town epic enemy objective. Alright, well that ends that turn, guys. So thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I really appreciate it. Please definitely like, share, and subscribe. That really helps fuel the channel and keeps things running and rolling. And I do appreciate it. So thanks for watching. I hope you're enjoying this series. I'm enjoying it. I love this game. This game is a blast. And it's interesting in the way it's been developed and designed and rolled out over the years. It is not a new game. That's why we're playing the 10-year anniversary edition. And I have basically everything you can imagine for this game. I did a total completionist thing on this game because I like it so much. And in this case, we're just playing the base game. Now, I hope that there's a couple things they do as they go on. I'm sorry, I said I was going to end it, but I'm talking. I hope that I see some additions where they fill out the other named locations for the other boards with these really cool location miniatures painted. Can you imagine how that will add atmosphere to this game? And I also hope they continue this mission of putting out epic villains, because look at that, this mini for the Horsemen. I mean, you know, they're not like as detailed as some things, but they're super nice. I mean, this is a great mini, and it comes with all the cool stuff for the Spectral Horsemen. If they put out separate boxes for all the different cool villains that they have, the Scarecrow, the Vampire, the Werewolf, and had all this special stuff, I would buy it, and I'm telling you right now. I don't know if you're watching anybody over there at Flying Frog Games, but I would buy those, no question. So, because this just enhances the experience even more, and makes it even more of a storytelling epic game. You know, we also have to break this hateful curse, and I got to remember this. It says anytime a hero defeats a minion corner location card. We haven't had a lot of those, so we actually haven't done that. We can also, if we are attacked, and we only had that happen once, we failed, so we have not been able to complete that one. If we do, look at that, we get +1 spirit. If we break the curse by turning in 2 trophies at the town hall, we get an extra wound and that. So now those are the only 2 epic villain objectives that will come out in the game. There are more in the game, so each time you fight the epic villain, it will be different. It'll be a little different. That's cool. So guys, thanks again. I appreciate it. I'll talk to you in the next episode. Bye-bye.